What's going on, guys? My name is ATF Cobra and welcome to my attachment guide for the AUG A3 in Battlefield 3. Let's take a look at the couple of stats of the AUG to see where its strong points and where its weak points at. The AUG has a high damage or the same damage as all the assault rifles, but it does have a higher damage drop off minimum damage for the assault rifle class. It does have a 25 maximum and 18.4 minimum. 18.4 means 18.4 damage per bullet for the maximum range of after 15 meters, and it does have a 4,700 rounds per minute fire rate, which is not bad at all. This weapon is perfect for close, medium, and long range. Its accuracy long range is not too bad as well, and it does have a spread, which really gets annoying because you can find yourself missing your target a lot of the times. But using these three simple attachments, I find that the red dot fares a lot better than the Cobra sight, and for medium and even long range gunfights, because it does put your it feels like your spread is a lot better when you're using the red dot sight for the AUG A3. And while you're using the foregrip, which you're gonna need as well. I know a lot of people think that the foregrip is the end all of all attachments for every single rifle, but it's not, because you know, when you do actual aim down sight, that's when you do get a penalty, a little bit of a penalty when you're aiming down sight, but it's actually needed for the AUG. It feels like this gun does a lot better when you're using the foregrip slash flash suppressor combination. Those two combos together makes this gun a very deadly assault rifle for the assault class. Not that it needs to be, because the assault class is full of deadly rifles, but you can match up to some assault rifles and the assault class, such as the AUG at medium to long range, and along with the M16. Even though you'll lose most times to the M16A3, you're still gonna put up a decent challenge to both assault rifles. And even in close range with the 700 rounds per minute and a decent fire rate, the AUG is going to provide you a lot better you know, actual competition against, you know, guys that are doing pretty well, or tryhards, especially for the close quarter map packs. I don't see a lot of people using you know, the new weapons. I'll see a lot of people using old weapons like the AUG or M16. Not to say there's something wrong with it or anything like that, but I like the feeling of new being new. I like, you know, using what's given to me and what's new, instead of using those same old attachments or the same old you know, weapons. I do like to try new things, but for the AUG's purpose and for being more competitive on the battlefield, you're going to want to stick to these attachments. If you guys don't like foregrip and you think the gun does fare better off with it, don't use the foregrip. But if you do think that it does work, which I strongly urge you guys to use it. It does work for me when I'm using it personally, and I find that you do actually can tackle your targets from medium to long range a lot better with the foregrip on as well. The only thing that you guys have to worry about with the AUG is pretty much the spread. The spread can go from varying distances. Your spread is going to go from mostly up, left, and to the right. So sometimes it does go side to side, but your strongest points are up and to the left, which you guys do need to watch for as well, because it will actually you know, you'll find yourself missing a lot of times because your bullets aren't penetrating or going through your target, because they are missing them completely. And you know, I've noticed this actually by firing this weapon you know, from a distance at walls. I should actually show you guys some gameplay of that, but I don't know if it would really work in the purpose of the video. But you know, the recoil for this gun is not bad. It's very low. It doesn't feel like a laser beam where you could just fire off automatically and just keep you know, your reticle on and be able to stay accurate. You do have to put some burst rounds downrange, especially if you're going you know, at least long range maps. But for the shorter range maps, this gun is perfect. The AUG is perfect. If you're so used to a certain weapon, aka M16 or AUG, AUG is perfect. I mean, the Scar is the lower and lower fire rate weapon, which I don't recommend using for close quarters, but the AUG is that higher end weapon, boasting a higher damage. I believe it's the same damage as the Scar as well, 18.4 minimum, but you're not gonna, you know, be facing that minimum damage of 18.4 when you're in the close quarters map packs. Anyways, like I said, the Cobra sight doesn't fare too well or fare better than the red dot sight for the AUG because of the spread. The spread tends to go different when you have the bigger lines on your actual lens for the Cobra sight. But anyways, I did use this game or did use this gun in various maps from Metro to Grand Bazaar, Operation Metro. I used it in different maps to show me how well it would do for medium to long range, because that's where you guys want to actually beat your enemy, especially if they got a decent assault rifle. You want to beat them from medium to long range, because that's going to actually give you and your teammates an advantage in when you're actually pushing up for the objective to arm an MCON or actually capturing a flag. When you can beat your enemy from medium to long range, you can do fairly well, and you could actually suppress your enemy, especially if they're taking damage and constantly and they can't shoot back at you, and it really does help your game out as well. And you guys can mix and match the attachments for each and every gun until you find the right one, but it's gonna come out the same. If you try different variables, it's gonna come out the same. Same attachments are gonna do far better than something probably iron sights or the AUG sight or something a little bit bigger. Although you can find yourself doing well, but against more competitive players, you're not going to be finding yourself doing too well if you're using strange attachments like 6x scope on a rifle like the AUG. Or I mean, it would fare. Sometimes you would win those gunfights, maybe a long range or medium range, and they're not really in the position to actually shoot back. But overall, AUG is probably my second favorite gun next to the SCAR L. AUG helps me in the closer and tighter engagements in Battlefield 3, and that's why I love this gun. I like to be up close and personal. I kind of tend to think of myself as the running gun type player, but at the same time I do play smart and tactically, and I know when to attack and when to push and when not to. And this actually helps me become a better player, looking at every option out there before I actually just rush in there. That's the type of player I am. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this attachment guide. Go out and try out these attachments. It's the red dot sight, foregrip, and flash suppressor combination for the AUG A3 in Battlefield 3. It's been your boy ATF Core, but be sure to like and subscribe as always. Peace.